What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for Complete Mess by 5 Seconds of Summer. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and the guitar that we're jamming on today is called a Faith Blood Moon Neptune. The first thing that you want to know to play Complete Mess on guitar is that we're not going to need a capo to play this song, but we will be in drop D tuning. If you're a beginner and don't know what that means, it's actually a lot easier than it sounds. All you got to do to get to drop D tuning is tune this top string here, the low E, down to a D. Now obviously you can use a tuner to get there, but there's a quick trick if you don't have a tuner handy that I like to use, and that's picking the D string and then picking the low E string and tuning it down as you're picking back and forth between those until they match. About like that. The next thing that you want to know to play Complete Mess on guitar is the structure of this song. We're going to start with a verse, then go to chorus, then verse and chorus again, and we'll finish up the song with one last verse and then one last chorus. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into Complete Mess is the 3 chords that we need to play this song. The first one is D, the next one is A minor, and the last one is C. And I'll have additional chord tutorials for all those in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into Complete Mess. Guys, Complete Mess is a really groovy new song from 5 Seconds of Summer. I haven't taught any of their music in a long time. I think I've only actually taught 1 or 2 of their songs. So I was really stoked when I saw this one. It's really fun and very beginner friendly to play as well. So with that in mind, the first thing that we're going to take a look at is what we're playing for our verses, which is this little picking pattern that is actually more of a bass line in the original song, but you can actually translate it over to guitar pretty easily. So basically this is going to have 4 shapes that we're going to repeat 5 times each. So what we're going to do for our first shape here is we're going to have an open low E string, which is actually now a D because we tuned it down, and then we're going to have a 4th on the D string. What we're going to do is we're going to pick open low E, or technically D, and then that 4th on the D string. We're going to do that back and forth 5 times. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About like that. And then we'll be on to our next shape. And that's going to be kind of the pattern we follow for this whole picking pattern. Our next shape is going to be an open A string and a 5th on the G string. And it's going to go same thing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our next shape, our third shape, is going to be 5th on the low E string. Again, technically D since we tuned it down. And then a 4th on the G string. Same thing here. We're just going to do that same back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our last shape is going to go back to the same shape that we played for the first one, which is an open low E, technically D, and then a 4th on the D string. So same thing here, 5 times through that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just about like that. That is a little bit slowed down, but that's the pattern that we're going to follow for that picking pattern. Nothing too crazy here, guys. Really, again, it's pretty much a bass pattern, a bass line that we're following here. But again, you can translate it over to guitar pretty easily. Sounds really great, matches up perfectly with the song. So with all that in mind, guys, a couple times through that picking pattern, it's going to repeat all through the verses on Complete Mess. Will look about like this without me talking. And the only other thing that you need to know to play Complete Mess on guitar is what we're playing for our choruses. For our choruses, we're going to switch over to a chord progression and strum pattern, and it's pretty beginner friendly, so you guys will breeze right through this. So our chord progression for our choruses is going to be D, A minor, C, and then back to D. And a really quick note, you guys might notice that I'm actually strumming all of the strings for that D chord. Whenever you're in drop D, you can do that, and you should, because it sounds super, super cool. And for this song especially, it will match up really well with that real deep D chord sound that's playing in the song. So strum all the strings for the D chord. You don't want to always do that if you're in standard tuning, but you can do it when you're in drop D. So with that in mind, that's our chord progression. Our strum pattern for each chord is going to be about like this. We'll go down, down, up, down, 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 up. Just about like that. So a little walkthrough of our chord progression will kind of look something like this. We go down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Just about like that, repeated through all of your choruses. So guys, nothing too crazy here, just a simple chord progression and strum pattern. But with all that in mind, a couple times through that chord progression and strum pattern, we'll be repeating throughout our choruses. On Complete Mess, we'll look about like this without me talking. And guys, that's everything that you need to know to play Complete Mess on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 900 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel. I usually try to post at least 2 to 3 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there cannot be a more perfect channel for you to check out. Hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude if you want to see a little short play along with this song and other songs that I teach. Guys, Complete Mess is a groovy song. I'm really stoked to see some new stuff from 5 Seconds of Summer. I get requests for their music all the time. I think I've only taught maybe 2 or 3 songs by them, so I would love to hear more requests for other songs that you want to learn by 5 Seconds of Summer, because I had a lot of fun teaching this one, and I think I've always had fun teaching their songs. I just, for some reason, never listened to them that much. But Complete Mess is a beautiful song. Like I said, it is in drop D, so it's kind of a little bit of an interesting and unique thing for the beginners out there who may not have experienced many alternate tunings yet, but it's actually really about as easy as it gets for an alternate tuning for a beginner. So I would highly recommend trying this song out, even if you're a beginner. And yeah, guys, pretty simple picking pattern and pretty simple chord progression. So, you know, trickiest thing here, like I said, alternate tuning, but if you can get that down, everything else about this song is very easy to play on guitar, and it's a really beautiful song and a lot of fun to play. So guys, I had a lot of fun learning the song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.